Greetings once again, heroes. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more My Hero Academia. Previously, things have gotten real bad, folks. Not only has Shigaraki, who is being controlled by All for One, has he been unleashed upon the populace, with several of him and his cohorts escaping with near and Nomu, but not wanting to down the momentum, All for One uses the fact that his consciousness is in two different places to organize an impossible jailbreak, freeing his main body as well as many inmates, including Overhaul, Moonfit, Muscular. Yeah, the baddies have been unleashed, baby. And it's not just in Tartarus. Several other prisons successfully broken into. The worst of the worst has been freed. Criticisms for Heroes is also at an all-time high. People judging Hawks' actions of killing twice, as well as Endeavor, who has been shown to be manipulative and the father of a murderer, despite the fact that Endeavor is in critical condition, with no one paying heed to the fact that, though Endeavor might deserve a lot of the criticism, this will impact his family as well. With Bakugo only having just reawakened, he's been informed that Deku is still in a coma. But things aren't quite at their worst just yet. So join me as we continue to see how the advent of villains shapes the world, shall we? I told you not to move, you'll die. No, stop moving. Not to move around. The more you say don't, the more he is. Shut up, you pull me back, then I'll stray more and be even more likely to die. What are you even feeling when you say that? There's no use going right now. When you hear what Sarah said, I'll tell you everything, but please stay calm when you hear. Again, they should have known what was going to happen by telling him that. Todoroki was badly burned, and Mr. Aizawa also has some serious injuries, but they'll live. Everyone else has also regained consciousness, but they said Midori doesn't show any signs of waking up. That bastard. If he dies, I'll kill him. Oof. Love that transition into the somber opening. Baby Hawks. Live refinery fire, a number of workers appear to have been left behind. It's fine now. See, this was his Midoriya moment. Why? Because I am here. So good. Live villain appears in urban area. Flash fire, fists. Oh, snap. Shit burn. Ooh, gotta love how fire doesn't work like actual fire. You lost because you came up against me. Damn. Breaking news: Endeavor swiftly defeats villains. Heroes were always on the other side of the TV. I thought of them as separate from reality, like fictitious beings from my dreams. Oh, we're going all in. Keigo, what did you go to town for? Did you think I wouldn't find out? Insolent kid. What'd you go for, huh? To just sell me out? Who'd you sell me out to? Did you think I wouldn't find out? My wings were tingling. Thought something had happened in town. But it stopped, so I came home before I did anything. No one saw me. Don't lie. Don't talk to anyone. Don't leave the house. Don't do anything. Hey, the TV won't turn on. Huh? Who cares? Hey, don't run away, okay? Hurry up and find another job. Apparently my father killed someone over a small amount of money in the past. As he was escaping, my mother hit him, and I was born for after that. Move. Oh, don't turn your back on me. How many times did I have to tell you? I'm sorry. I should have relied on Toyoki's court. No, if only Tony hadn't had this kid, if only he hadn't been born, I would have still been free. Hey, don't run away, okay? Because both my father and mother were broken. I bore it, hoping that I wouldn't turn out like them. If I kept bearing it, if time passed, surely your father was caught. Huh? What should we do, Keigo? He stole a car to escape, but then he was caught. By Endeavor. In an instant, fiction became reality. Someone I had only seen on TV. A hero really existed. You know, the irony is not lost on me that, whereas for Keigo, for Hawks, his life changed because of what Endeavor did. Just some offhanded thing that he had done. But for Shigaraki, he never had a hero come into his life, incidental or otherwise, to pull him out of the darkness. It was a villain who came into his life. And I'm still wondering, to this day, how much of what happened in Shigaraki's past was really an accident. I have to wonder. We've got to run. The police are coming. We'll be caught. Her shock didn't last long. Fearing punishment for hiding my father, my mother took my hand, and we left our house that day. But my mother didn't have any way of making a living. Let's go to the police. I tried to do what was right. Hey, I don't care what you do, just get us some money. You're her father's son. Why were you even born? Why do you have those wings? Hurry. If I use fierce wings, I could easily do what my mother asked. But yeah, he could have become a good pickpocket with his abilities, thinking about it. Tomi Takami and your son Keigo, right? The child has an innate talent. He should become a hero. If you will accept the proposal we spoke about earlier, then we will provide total support for your family. Family? Does it look like there's anyone else? Yes, well, as part of that support, you'll erase any connection you have with Takami and start a new life. Keigo, you'll say goodbye to this name after today. Here, you'll be going through a program to become a special hero. A special hero. The training will be hard. Will you be okay? Can I become a hero who beats up bad guys like him? Like how he saved me? Can I make the world brighter for everyone else? Oh good. Yeah, he's in rough condition. I couldn't tell if you were asleep or dead. His body's just healing. Also, Best Genius has the sickest car. I remember first seeing this in the manga and being like, is that the freaking Batmobile? We'll be there soon. Sorry, I was the only one who got to that. Seriously, without the medical technology they have at Central, you'd still be wandering the halls of death, and it wouldn't have undergone surgery and be in a state of temporary death, an idea inspired by the Nomos. Oh, it was a surgery. Huh. Thanks to that, my body is ragged, like distressed denim. I'm sorry. I don't know who told the fake that the League wouldn't be convinced with a cheap trick, since they had someone hiding in the shadows who can make no moves. The surgery was a success. I brought you your body and Dobby in that state. You had your identity verified. It was really your body, so you passed without a problem. I believe that you were dead, and then he suggested that they help preserve your body, so that we could use it effectively when the time came. And so your body came to be preserved at one of their facilities. Well, I revived you secretly when I thought it'd be best for us, though. Jesus, that how it went down? God, I don't remember that explanation at all. I feel like they added more of an explanation because, like me, a lot of people were just like, I don't understand how Genus and Hawks managed to pull this off. So thank you, anime. Hang on. Oh, what was... I found a frayed spot. Oh yeah, these assholes. It's time for a revolution. And Glutton God will take over the shopping district. Fiber on. Fiber fire! Again, I love his vehicle. Goodbye, Glutton God. Please excuse the flamboyant capture due to my condition. Thank you, you saved us. That's Genius. That's a number 3 hero for you. Where are the police and heroes of the jurisdiction? They aren't coming. The police have their hands full with villains who escaped from prison. As for the heroes, they closed up the office and left. Yeah, you can see a few people who aren't too happy as soon as the public started criticizing them. Yeah, who needs them? Yeah, there are even those. It'll be explained later, but there are those who have weapons, like kind of like a shop owner owning a gun or something. It's just like, I'll call the police, but at the same time, someone wants to bring some, they'll go get some. I see then. I will send out some of my own sidekicks. Yeah, those eyes of scrutiny here too. The show of heroes is getting worse and worse every day. Which is it? The one in the back. There's something I need to check before I recover and return to the public eye. Did she skip town? Yeah, dear Keigo. I'm sorry. Scary men came into the house and threatened me, saying, tell us about your family. I ended up telling them about you and your father. I'm really sorry. I don't want to cause any more trouble, so I'm leaving this house. Please be well. I'm very proud of you. Yeah. That was sad too, because it's like, you know, she still feared for her own life, but at the same time, it's just like, it's that moment of I screwed up. I couldn't even do as much as protect his secret or anything, so I gave you up, so I'm just gonna leave and never come back into your life. And it's so sad. Hawks' situation is an unfortunate one. And that's how I got the information. So Dobby hired some help. I can't believe they were able to get this far. I figured if there was a leak, it'd be my mom. That's tough. As tough as getting into a pair of skinny jeans. I'm sorry, that analogy. Though, when we erased our connection to Takami, it meant my relationship with my mother was erased as well. That was fine with me. I abandoned her instead of saving her, even though I wanted to help people, like how he saved me. Can I make the world bright for everyone else? My own actions just came back to bite me. I actually feel relieved. It's not really something I can say in my current situation, though. The Safety Commission is essentially out of service. There isn't anyone to give me orders anymore. There's nothing tying me down now. Don't tell your father, okay? My mother only brought got me there to make me stop begging to go outside. This is good enough, right? All might's too expensive. You become strong like him when you grow up. But that was... Yeah, I do love that. It was such an incidental moment to like a parent who's just like, she's in a stressed place because of the relationship she has with her husband. And she thought, okay, maybe if I do this one thing, maybe the kid will be okay. And that literally just got the kid beaten up. And you realize he didn't out his mother for what had happened, with her just simply saying, don't go outside anymore, don't run away, yada, yada, yada. But it feels almost like fate that the toy he got, the one thing he actually received from his mother as a kind of platitude to kind of placate him, ended up being the person who saved him from a situation. Genius. When people are cornered, or when they become free, that's when their true nature comes out. Man, the way his voice sounds. I remember the word balloons when he spoke being like really janky and stuff, but man, voice actor is selling this. That's where their true nature comes out. That's why Boogarang was a good guy. Setting aside whether his actions were right or wrong, he was just really trying to help others. I want to be like that too. Do you have those wings? I want to do what's right. Even if what Dali said about Todoroki family was true. I'm sure things are different now. So what will you do then? There are a ton of loose ends I need to tie up, starting with my origin endeavors. In trouble. Hawks. Shoto. The urban areas were in a state of panic. Yeah, it's bad. Before anyone could tally the damage from 2 days ago, our unprecedented situation arose with a large number of evil villains freed. The existence of Noah's dealt a decisive blow. The rumors I had told Endeavor about in the past, the first-hand accounts of Noble sightings that spread across the country. Ever since these humanoid beings appeared at UA High School, the idea of them has been going at the depths of people's minds. The spread of rumors was a sign of people's unease, and the frustration that built up, with the repeated failure of the heroes and villains escaping prison, couldn't be held back any longer. Jeez. Oh yeah, it's the carbonated guy that Bakugo and Todoroki stopped at Christmas time. Give me food and money to start. I can't believe I just walked boldly in the middle of the streets. The gods must be smiling upon us. Should not prison escapee, Cedar House. I won't let you get away with this. Yep, look at you, a peon trying to look cool. A sport item. Heroes. We won't rely on them anymore. There's an eyewitness report of the jailbreaker, Cedar House. Mercenaries should head there immediately. Hush! The seeds have already been sown. Yes, the seeds have already been sown. When the people who gave up on the heroes sought ways to protect themselves, those were already circulating in the market. Hush! Armed civilians without training in combat let their fight spread to areas around them. Yeah, causing even more damage. In just 2 days, incidents like these started occurring frequently across the country. What took you so long? What have you been doing? We got caught up in this. We couldn't leave the house. We were just waiting quietly at home. Hey, Wash, what have you been doing? Disinfecting their injuries and taking them to the hospital. The number of heroes decreased. Yep, and here it comes. It's unfortunate too, because it's just like, the whole thing of hero saturation is just like, before you had an abundance of heroes roaming around, even getting people doing petty stuff, but now it's just like there ain't enough heroes to go around, because a lot of them were either killed or they've, quit. With all the damage this time, I have no choice but to fall on my sword. Moderate success and moderate popularity. Middle-aged men who relied on the goodwill they built when they were young to continue working. Just mean you're resigning, right? Just avoiding responsibility. Yeah, I don't even remember what he did during the war. Number 9 hero, Yori Musha, announces retirement. Why are you quitting now? Damn old man, I was your fan too. Signing with this. Heroes are resigning one after the other. Yeah, isn't that from the one guy who said he was quitting? Or is it something else? I don't remember. In the world where everyone took peace for granted, just how many people are asking themselves once again what it means to be a hero. Jeez. How many heroes, Stain, are being winnowed out, and the people put responsibility after all that on the shoulders of this man. Sure that the others will be okay. You also somehow managed to escape death. Endeavor, I'm rooting for you. Doctor's just like, man, look, no matter what you're going through, I'm just hoping you manage to pull through, because this blade's already filled up, bro. I can't breathe. My head Feels fuzzy. The anesthetics are still working. I am alive. Come dance with me in hell. Toya knew that I would survive that fight. Please move. Protect them. Hey, do that later. I couldn't move. It was the same as that time. With my son in danger in front of me, I froze. Even when Bashi seemed to disprove part of what he said. The truth could not be disproven. Apparently I was a failure. They gave up on me before long, and I was abandoned and forgotten. Just came back. Everything I've done in the past has come back to haunt me. Even if I survived this, the hero, Endeavor, has died. I cannot fight my own son. She's literally holding him by the scruff to keep him. Oh, good, we can finally all see each other. Are you two alright? What are you crying about? Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's too late. I regret. Now, my guilt, my heart. What about your heart? Regret and guilt, we all feel that much more than you do. Hey, what are you doing here? I came to talk about our family. And about Toya. The Hellish Todoroki family, part 2. Oh man, I remember seeing that moment in the manga. People were just like, oh shit! Oh shit! It's a situation where there was a lot of blame to be had all around. Because Rei, for what she did to Shoto, though Shoto does not blame her, it's obvious she blames herself for not getting out of that situation, for letting things escalate as bad as it did. It was obvious that if she had retaliated, Endeavor would have pushed her out of the family. So it's like a situation of she just wants to at least be there to make things for the kids as good as possible. It was a bad situation. The whole family situation is so bad. And again, like I've said before, Endeavor feels regret. He feels for how bad he treated all of them and how what he did was so terrible and so on and so forth. But the family is free to forgive him and to not forgive him. All he could really do is hope that they do with time. But that time could never come, and that's their decision. But it is also their decision to one day forgive him. But the situation with Dabi, Toya, whatever, some shit, just some shit. They really sold this here. It was good stuff. Yeah, this is where things really and it's not even at rock bottom yet. It's getting there. Civilians taking the law into their own hands, but it's just like, hey, there's a reason why, you have to have training to use these items. You have to have training to just use your quirk against another person. And you think about like, oh man, you have all these heroes out there, they're saturating the market, and they seem to just be getting paid for this, that, and the other, but it's just at the same time, yes, but they have the proper training to use their abilities and hopefully not escalate a bad situation. There's positives and negatives to the whole situation, honestly. But man, I honestly loved all of this. It was tragic, it was heartbreaking, but I was also interested to see how the heroes rose from this. But it's always a situation of it's just like, the next arc is never as good as this one because this is the arc where everything got real. But it's just like, you had to know, it wasn't just going to be a situation where everything just continued to plummet into hell, There has to be the rise up at some point. And without spoiling anything, the current arc has had its ups and downs, but a lot of people feel like, not enough deaths. And I'm just like, bruh. We just went through 2 arcs of shit getting really, really bad. I don't know about you, but I'm okay with things getting a little bit more positive after a lot of the stuff that happens from here. And it's still not even the most positive stuff. Shit is still, really bad. I don't know. People. But hey, that's enough from me. Let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comment section below. Also remember to subscribe, that way you don't miss out on more. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.